As you guys already know, the all-new hypercar Ferrari F80 is getting a ton of heat for having a V6 put in it. But if you hear our 296 GTB with our exhaust system on it, you might change your mind. Right here, we've got the brand new 2024 Ferrari GTB. It's in a beautiful midnight blue finish with a ton of metallic in it. The customer sent it to us from out of state. He wanted us to fit it with a nice set of wheels and tires, get the suspension dialed in, make it sound better, and then protect it. So I'm gonna go over what we did to the car, starting with the wheels. We wanted to keep the wheels OEM sizing, so we kept it with a 20-inch diameter, but we widened it, did a lower offset so you can see it's nice and flush. We put Novatech lowering springs on it to get the height dialed in to make sure the stance is right, and it has a lower center of gravity so it handles a lot better. And to top it all off, we put on Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires, which are super grippy, pretty much as close as you can get to a track tire, but for the street. So this thing is super nimble, planted, got the motorsport look with the wheels. We did brush clear on the centers, polish on the lip. I think that's a really good contrasting color to go with the blue. And then we did full body PPF. Aesthetically, it's dialed in. We got the wheels, we got the fitment, we got the tires, suspension. And then of course, as you may already know, these things don't sound that great from the factory. So we've put our full exhaust system on it. Titanium, can't wait for you guys to hear it. Thing absolutely screams and it rips. So we're gonna go give it a quick test drive, make sure everything's dialed in before it gets shipped out of state to the customer. Let's go for a spin. This is a really good customer of ours. He doesn't live anywhere near us, but he sends us all of his cars. He actually races Ferrari Challenge. So it's a Ferrari program for drivers. They basically buy a challenge car and they race a whole series across the world. Or actually the US one is all US and the final is in a different country. So he drives a Ferrari 296 challenge car, which is basically the race version of this. Fully gutted inside, tons of aero, no restrictions, absolute blast to drive. I actually just drove one in thermal this past weekend and it absolutely blew my mind. Have you been in one of these?
I have not, no.
Sounds good. You hear the turbos.
Oh, yeah.
It's not obnoxious, doesn't have a smell. What's interesting enough though, the challenge car doesn't have the hybrid motor. So it's the V6 twin turbo. I think it's about 600 horsepower versus the 800 that this one has. Just obviously to save weight and reliability for the track. So this one's gonna feel a lot faster in a straight line, but that one is obviously gonna handle a lot better for the racetrack.
Got it.
And they do that to keep regulations, make sure it can compete with other cars in similar classes. Oh yeah, it's not slow at all.
That's a lot of...
Got a lot more pull than the Challenge, and it is planted. So that's in performance mode. You hear that blow off?
Oh.
Yeah, it's fast. So I don't hear any rattles. I don't see any lights on the dash, which is good. Since the car's going out of state, you really want to make sure we can put a few miles on it to make sure that he doesn't have any electrical issues, any check engine lights that he has to deal with on his own. Because for us, the most important thing is making everything convenient. We don't want the cars to come back. We want them to get the cars done and right, because these guys are generally entrepreneurs, very busy businessmen, and they don't have time to deal with issues. So we want to make sure the car is thoroughly tested and gone through, so that way when they receive it, they don't have to worry about anything. So far so good. Usually if there's an issue, it comes up right away. If something is wrong with one of the sensors or if it needs to be dialed in a little bit more, I'll get that within the first block. On our little test route, we're in the neighborhood, so what's cool is throw in hybrid mode and the car's dead silent. We got a Prius, Tesla, whatever you want here. I don't know, doesn't sound like anything. I don't know what you're talking about, officer. That's enough hybrid. Let's hear this thing. Nimble, it's so planted. I mean, compared to the SF90, you know, the SF90's got obviously 1,000 horsepower compared to this being a little bit over 800, but drivability wise, handling wise, this thing just like a little go-kart, just darts around. Super fun car. Again, I love the SF90. I owned one myself for about a year and a half. Great car, but this thing is like a little go-kart version of it. And I love that blow-off sound. We haven't aligned the car yet. I like to check the height, make sure everything's settled in. We need to make an adjustment with camber or height in case it's rubbing. We do that all before the alignment because you want to always align the car after everything is done. You don't want to align it and then adjust it because then it's not going to be perfect. So I think it needs a little bit of a suspension adjustment. Exhaust is good. I'm very happy with that. Got my seal of approval. Excited to get it back to our good friend. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the new sound clips of our 296 GTB and GTS exhaust system. If you guys are interested in any of the things that you see in our video, from merch to exhaust to wheels and tires, please feel free to go on our website, give us a phone call, check out our Instagram. Handles and information are all in the link below.
Okay, you guys saw the 296. Now that it's all finished up, it looks crazy. We're super happy with how it came out. So we got a bunch of other things in the shop. You guys know how it is. We're always busy doing a ton of different stuff, lots of different projects, constantly juggling, but that's what we do best. So behind me, we have an R8 Spider, 2023, white. You look pretty disassembled. Probably never seen an R8 blown apart like this before. We're doing a VF supercharger. So we have the 800 horsepower kit that's back here. You can kind of see it, it's buried. So with the Spider, it's kind of wild because with the normal Huracan or the normal R8 Coupe, you can pop the back hatch off. You have access to the supercharger area. Spider is different because it's a hardtop. This is a big old back area that covers the engine compartment. And so in order to access this, you literally have to raise the entire assembly off of the car. So as you can tell, in order to get access, there's a lot that had to get taken apart. Interior is disassembled, entire back half of the car is disassembled, but you can see we got the big dog in here ready to make some power. This thing's a couple days out from being fully assembled. We're doing suspension on it. We have HRE wheels and tires. We have our signature titanium exhaust system that's already installed on the back. So this thing's gonna be a ripper. Being able to have a convertible here in Southern California is key. So many of our customers love to be able to drop the top and cruise down PCH. So this thing is gonna look good. It's gonna be so fast, so quick, and it's gonna be sexy. So it's gonna be understated as well, which is kind of the cool thing. Behind me, you'll see as well, we've done a Urus, so we've done a Novatec wide body kit on. This is in just for some maintenance. Some of this car is actually going back to stock right now, so customers are actually gonna be selling the vehicle. Nothing super crazy that we're doing today, but obviously it's been a cool build we've had in the past. Behind me, you'll see over here, 992 GT3 RS. This car is basically brand new. It's black, it's got stealth PPF on it, gives it a nice aggressive look. We just finished our exhaust system on it, so this is our stainless 992 GT3 RS exhaust. We did a matching ceramic black tip, Boden engraving. We're doing a couple other small bits and pieces to it, but the main thing that this thing is in here is for the exhaust system. We did another break-in service as well for it. All right, over on this side of the shop, we have another 4GT. You guys have seen in some of the past videos, these cars have been going crazy with us. We picked up our black 4GT right next to it. Obviously, we've talked about what we're gonna do. We're gonna have some fun, some things that are going to be told, some things that are going to be more of a surprise. So this one just came in last week. Also a striped Elite red, which I believe is going to be less common, more rare than the black striped Elites. This one already has a set of HREs, already lowered on KWs. It's got factory exhaust right now though, so we're probably going to play around with that a little bit. But these things are really cool, man. Back of the shop, we have a bunch of cars that are getting dropped off for the week. You'll see behind me, we have a Ferrari A12 SF. We're doing our full exhaust system on that. Couple carbon fiber pieces, PPF clear bra, just some general stuff. This guy just picked up the car. He's a really good customer of mine, and he wanted us to kind of go through it as we do, make it really dialed in. That way he can fully enjoy the car. We have a SVJ that's in for an exhaust system. We have a Brabus G63 that we've built. Customers gone through some things with this car, so it's in for some repairs and whatnot. And then another 992 GT3 RS, also in for an exhaust system. So we've been getting a lot of these 992 systems, both the GT3 and the GT3 RS. These cars look insane. I mean, everybody knows how aggressive this car is. In my opinion, as far as a factory street car is concerned, closest thing you can get to a race car. But the caveat is it's super quiet. So we have a lot of guys that are calling in going, hey, this thing needs some extra sauce. You know, it looks the part, but it doesn't sound the part. So that's where we step in. We do what we do best. Throw an exhaust system on there, a couple other small bits and pieces. This is gonna get a couple carbon fiber upgrades as well. And then that way the customer has a full, complete car, not something that's lacking a little bit of extra juice. Behind me, you'll see G-Wagon, brand new. I think we might have talked about it in a previous video, but this gentleman and his friend both bought brand new G-Wagons. They came to us for PPF, came for tint, blackout package. So this car's all wrapped up. He's gonna come pick it up in a couple hours here. And then we'll see his buddy's car, which you'll see down there. And that's gonna be a factory matte black G-Wagon. Same thing, we did stealth PPF clear bra on it, we did window tint, we did blackout package. So this is that new car feel. This car's got 83 miles on it, literally straight here from the factory. That's what we've been working on. In a couple minutes here, we're actually gonna be expecting a delivery of a super cool car. One I've never seen in my life. Maybe we'll give you a little sneak preview of it, but maybe a reaction, I don't know, we'll see. But it's gonna be a really cool project that we're super blessed to be able to take on. So stick around.
Got something being dropped off?
Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, definitely the first for us.